Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me here on Lily Mutam's TV. Earlier on, I shared a post of a discovery of something that I've discovered on the internet. I'm one person, if somebody shares things on groups, I like to research about who is behind this, not just by hearsay and what other people are saying. Good afternoon. Thank you so much. I am here to uncover that there is a big mining scandal that is going on in Zambia without your knowledge. And the current regime is obviously involved in looting these mines. I was wondering in the beginning, guys, when I saw the demise of the young people in Mufumbwe, I was asking myself why there was never any remorse from the president, never any remorse from Jack Mwimbu, never remorse from any of these people, until I discovered this dark secret that has been kept for a long time, because you guys may not be aware. Thank you so much for joining me on this stream. This is actually serious, okay? So I received an article describing this young woman. Her name is Mfikei Makai, as a seasoned mining professional with 17 years experience in the industry. She has worked in the civil and mining engineering at First Quantum's Concession Mine, which is a good CV, right? Okay. Civil mining and engineer at the First Quantum Mines, gold mine, as well as global internal audit division covering Australia, Finland, Mauritania, Panama operations. When I saw this CV, I was like, oh, wow, congratulations. How old is she? She's 33 years old. 33 years old. Mifkei Kalumbu Makai is 33 years old, and currently she was an assistant manager. That's old history about her. But yes, now she is the Kobolt Metals CEO in Zambia. Hi guys, I'm waiting for more people to come in. And then I saw pictures of, Kariba minerals. I don't know about it. I said, okay, I don't know much about that, but I am concerned about this mine over here. This mine where Mifkei Makai is, the company is the appointed CEO. On the 5th of April 2023, President Hakainde Hichilema congratulated Mifkei Makai as the CEO, the first Zambian CEO, okay, woman as a major, mining exploration company. And President Hakainde Hichilema congratulated her as, please don't come here and start posting links of other people, like whoever you're posting. And President Hakainde Hichilema congratulated her. I'm banning this person. I'm waiting for people to be 200 and we start. Block. Okay. President Hakainde Hichilema congratulated this lady, and it was posted on the 5th April 2023. The president says, so proud of you. And these are the images from the ZNBC page. You can see how they were shaking hands and smiling. But the question is, who owns Kobolt Metals? And why was a Zambian woman chosen to be the front, the face of this mining business? And why was she invited to State House? Let's uncover this. Okay? So guys, I'm a person who just doesn't come on social media and talk about things. I'm not like that. I decided to do a search. I went to the website of the company. They have a website there and there. I went on LinkedIn and found the so-called people who work for this company. When I see something fake, I can tell because I've lived in the Western world for many years. I could see things were not adding up. I said, okay, let me do a search. So I went to the American website, which is the edgar.gov. It's a sec. You go to this website. All right, my lovely people. I've posted the link on the very post. And you search. So I did a search. Kobolt Metals Company. I clicked search here. Okay. And it brought me the results at the bottom here. The company was formed in 2022. Unlike other companies that come and invest in Zambia, you find that they've been in business for 10 years, 30 years, 20 years. This is a fresh company. Immediately, UPND government went into power. Now, the moment I clicked to check the documents, and by the way, I discovered this. Okay, so nobody told me about this. I went straight to check where this company was formed. Delaware. For some of us who do business internationally, we know that Delaware is the main place for anybody, you and me, to register a business in America. Even whilst you're in Zambia right now, you can register your company, Chomba, Rose, Ishmael, Catherine. In America, you're not even physically there. You register it in Delaware. Use an agent to register that company for you in Delaware. Your certificates will be out. You will even open an online business account, which the bank card will be delivered to your home address in any country where you are. I know what I'm talking about. So the moment I saw Delaware, that was it. This is an international company. And the front face of this company said it's by Kurt. Let me read it properly. Kurt Zenshaus. Who is Kent Zenshaus? I was curious. I want to know who Kent Zenshaus is. Who is she? Who is he? So I decided to Google Kent Zenshaus. Bingo! It brought me to the United Kingdom. As they are telling you, kwenyu, your friends are doing offshore businesses, enjoying your minerals. As you are worried about which place they'll bury the body, they are busy enjoying all these privileges. Follow me. Come with me. So when you check on this page, it tells you the notices, okay? It tells you for you to know that these are fake companies, fake. This is in Delaware, okay? You can check, I've linked the website. This is in Delaware. Notice, and you see that person. You can check where it's located. There's Alabama, there's Delaware. And then I also clicked on the address, official address. There's no office there. It's just an address that they use to register a business. There's no physical office, no employees. So when I went to search, I found myself on the UK government website. called Companies House. Companies House, hold on. Let me just go on Google because Daniela was using my phone. Companies House is a website. Even right now as we speak, guys, Google it. I am giving you that opportunity to Google. You can go on Google here. Write Kobolt Metals. It comes up on Companies House. When I did my search, I saw Kobolt Metals. The website said Zambia. And then I saw gov.uk. I clicked on it. Bingo. Kobolt Metals registered in the United Kingdom. Okay, registered in the United Kingdom as a company in the United Kingdom. Now, the moment I looked at the address, I knew this address is a virtual office. It's an online office. It doesn't exist because I've been here 21 years, so I know when something is virtual. I looked at this address here, okay? 5th floor, New Change. Guys, you can check on Companies House. And I Googled it to check, who is this office? That building there in my corner is a virtual office building where this company that is operating in Zambia, that's their office. They have 0 employees, 0 secretaries, 0 receptionists, 0, no employee whatsoever. Now, you may be wondering, how can this company register in the United Kingdom? If there's an existing company like this in the US, you can open a sister company in the United Kingdom so that you can have access to bank accounts. It's all about having a bank account so that money should be laundered easily and clean. Smart. Okay? So, US, there's a bank account, obviously. We are now in the UK as well. There's a bank account. Now, my suspicions grew when I looked at when the company was registered in the United Kingdom. On the 31st of January, 2024. Why? If a company has been registered since the 31st of January, 2024, and it has no office, no shop, no nothing, and it's using a virtual office, then you know these are deals going on under our very own eyes, and we cannot see unless you discover. Of course, Zambians will not read, so such things can happen. On this Companies House, you can check on filing history on people. So when you click on people, it tells you the people who are running this company. Gravitas Company Secretary Services. It simply means this company works as an administrator when the UK government sends any information such as VAT, PAYE, anything to do with taxes and, what is due to them, statutory company tax and things like that. They will act as a secretary that will receive that information and pass it on to Zambia. So they are there as a company, Gravitas, okay? This Gravitas looks after many other companies, probably some more politicians of Africa, because that's Africa for you. African politicians, they are crooks, they are thieves. This should open your eyes, ears, as to why you should not vote for UPND again. You can see this company, Gravitas Secretary, is running all these companies as a secretary, meaning it's a service which they provide to people who are abroad and they need a resident in the United Kingdom to help them run their company. Again, I go down there and I meet a person called Godman Joshua, who is the company director based in the United States of America. According to this, country of residence, United States. Why would a U.S. person open a company in the United Kingdom and is still resident in the U.S., is an American national, for what? They have no office in the UK. They have no branch in the UK. Something dirty is going on here. The way it works, when you register even a company in the United States of America, you can have agents that represent you and they are your front. You are the owner of the company. You've signed contracts. But they are the ones that are the face of your company, and yet the company belongs to you. It happens to people who launder money, people who don't want to be known as the CEO of A and B and C, which is why certain people in Zambia, we don't even know their assets. It's because they have such type of hidden agendas. Dagote, you can check his track history, his bank accounts. You can check, everything is there, his wealth. That's why he's the richest man in Africa. With such type of a business, not registered to a name of anybody, one can simply assume the company belongs to Kurt Zen's house, an American. An American based in the United States runs this company. Jorenak Jeff, an American, based in the United States, has opened this company using an address which looks like it's just one of those virtual addresses. Now, why would an American open a business in the United Kingdom? There's no branch, there's no office, there's no employee. Why? So our director here, CEO, is not named on any of these documents. All right? So she is the front, the face of this company. And obviously we're going to clap. This is a female that has been given this opportunity to work for this company. Oh, wow, she's an engineer. But the question is she really a CEO, or is she just a face to this company, which has two places in the United Kingdom and in the United States? Why? For those of you who are in Zambia, that's if you are allowed to do a search. If you were to check on this company in Zambia, you can tell us if they've mentioned that they have a branch in UK. So I decided to go on the filing history. Okay, so you can go to the filing history on companies. You can do the search as well, guys, on your phone. And I checked date of incorporation. That's a certificate there which I've shared. The company was incorporated on the 31st of January 2024. That's the certificate. And the company is called Kobolt Metals UK Limited. Okay? According to the documents, it's a private company by shares in England and Wales. It's on the 5th floor, 1 New Change, London, United Kingdom, that building there, and it doesn't exist. It's a virtual office. Why would anyone want to run such a big mining business as a virtual company in two countries, United States and the United Kingdom? Somehow, somewhere, someone somewhere is doing these things. Now, I thought, let me give it a benefit of the doubt. Let me check this. I said, let me check on Kobolt Metals. I found it on Facebook. Kobolt Metals is only followed by Zambian people. If this company is an American company that exists in America and even in the US, we would at least have some Americans follow this company. Even people who work there. It's followed by Zambian people. Meaning, when the page was created in 2019, the page was created with an intention to look like, they exist, and advertise it a little bit, then got fed up, and they only have 1,400 followers. For such type of a big company, as they claim, with investments of billions of dollars from allegedly Bill Gates and his business partner, which I haven't heard them make that statement before, but the Zambian people are claiming it has happened. Why would it only have 1,400 followers? Fishy. Because any big company, or even if it's a small company, if Bill Gates is involved, it's going to have 1 million followers. It's going to have even 2 million followers. So why 1,400 followers? And why haven't we seen the CEO on that Facebook page? Why isn't she on the Facebook page? She has a very beautiful LinkedIn account. I've seen it. You know, she's on LinkedIn. She's got Mazungus there that follow her. Those are just people that are there as a face to make it look good. Like, you know, they have Mazungus working. Now, I went to the company's house, checked. Again, the company director, Joshua David Godman, 1980. Some of you people said the company has been there 20 years, 30 years. We have no records of that in the United States. The company was only formed in 2022 after the UPND won elections in 2021. So why would this company be formed officially in the US in 2022? If it was formed maybe in 1950 or 1970, I would understand that, you know, probably this company has been there for a long time, but this is suspicious. 2022 in the United States, 2024 in the UK, and in the Zambia, I believe for the lady to be appointed as the CEO 2023. So there was a plan to put the paperwork together to ensure that by the time the company is being registered, this is the front face, she's the CEO, it's a company from America, they have come to invest. Who is the real investor? That's for you guys to open your eyes and dig deeper. Why did our president congratulate this young lady? Why didn't we see the CEO, the investor of this business in Zambia, being welcomed as an investor? How come we've never seen this investor? Read in between the lines. So I went to the paperwork. Kurt Zen's house is a director born in 1978, another director born in 1955, Jeff, and it goes on to show us the documents of the shareholdings. Now, this got me, okay? It's good you have somebody like me who lives in the UK, because you are not going to know this. When you go to the initial shareholdings, it takes you to this, okay? Cayman Islands. All right? You can see that. Kobolt Metals Holdings Mapples Corporate Services Limited, Ugland House, 121 South Church Street, Grand Cayman Islands. Cayman Islands. Now that's even more suspicious. This is what you call offshore accounts. When you hear that people have offshore accounts, it's the islands like this where people hide their money. Why? One company, 3 different locations, and this company is just new. Why? Okay, so in the Cayman Islands, and this is a person of significant control. Now, listen to this. According to the statement on the company's house, the company knows or has reasons to believe that there will be no registerable person with significant control or relevant legal entity in relation in the company. Now that's suspicious. You know why? A person of significant control, like me, is somebody who signs signatures, who does everything. How can a big company like this not have a person of significant control? Anyone who signs. So meaning, even in America, there is no significant control. There is no signature, somebody who signed, who's opened backup accounts. Meaning, as the money comes in, it probably stays somewhere offshore, maybe Cayman Islands. So I need to do a search on this address in Cayman Islands. Now that's dirty play at work. Okay? This is dirty play at work. So who is Kobolt Metals? Who is the owner of this company? Why don't we have somebody who has signed their signature to say, I am the person of significant control? Remember, we have 3 directors. Why hasn't one director said, I am in charge? It's because it's not their money. It's not their company. Let me just read this thing, okay? This is a shell company that was registered in 2022 in Delaware and in the UK in 2024. They don't have offices. When I posted, somebody did an article like, you know what? I've gone to research. I was like, okay. And a stranger just sent me this. Okay. It's a startup, okay? Registered in the offices of US and the UK. And the data available about this is that, they are owned by several beneficiaries. But if you remember, there was a breakthrough venture where it says a climate and technology funded backed up by Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and other figures. Now that's where the technology ministry comes in. Zambia, you have been duped. You have been scammed. This is a big scam under your nose. Haha. Okay? So by mentioning Bill Gates, you fear the company exists. It's there. It exists. Bill Gates and you have 1,400 followers. Bill Gates and the company has no significant person. Guys, this means that when a company has when a company has a significant person in control, it means that, say for example, there's a contract. Leland Mutambo, there's a contract, sign. I sign. Why can such a big company that has a CEO from Zambia, even recognized by the president of Zambia, why can't it have a person of significant control? That is suspicious. Okay? So now, I had to send pictures to my phone so that I can, because I was going through everything as I was discovering. I was asking myself, why is it that when the mines are discovered in Zambia, people are quickly sent to disperse the young people? Helicopters, or is it planes or whatever, choppers are seen flying over the mines. Shortly after, people will be tear gassed. Next thing, they'll be dispersed. They'll never be there. They'll tell them they'll come, and they'll never go back there. Now, this mine made sense. Guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Why would this mining company based in Zambia have a Zambian CEO, a female, not have any office in the UK or United States, but is trading in Zambia? Who is the owner of this company? Answer yourselves. So, according to their records, because they've written a lot of things on social media and stuff, Kobolt Metals is a company operating in Zambia. They're involved in exploring and developing copper deposits, notably the Mingomba project, which is considered a significant discovery. Kobolt is backed by investors like Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos. Where is the evidence? Because if Bill Gates is an investor, the way they work even in America, he must be a shareholder. Even in the UK, he must be shareholder. I cannot invest $300 million and I'm not even a person of significant control. I'm not even on a signatory. I don't even appear on the company's house. It's a lie. Bill Gates has got nothing to do with this. Or Jeff Bezos, woofy. They are not part of it. Okay, so let me now go to Google and look for Kobolt Metals Limited in Zambia. Okay? When I went to their website, guys, it's an AI company. These people, they like AI. Oh, I was surprised. Okay, so Kobolt Metals, finding my materials of the future with AI and HI. Huh? They are using AI to discover materials for the future. This is their website. Okay? Now, I clicked on Global. Okay? Global, it shows Quebec and Xiaomi. Now, they have an office in America. Office in the UK. Why isn't it on their website? My people, are you seeing what I'm saying? Are you discovering? This is global. This is their website. UK is not there. On their website is saying Quebec and Xiaomi. I click on Quebec. They show us this web. This is a lie. This is a scam. You can do this by paying somebody $500 and they do a very nice website to lie. This is fraud, money laundering, scam happening under our own eyes. I've gone to Quebec. It's written in French. Are we French? Are we Zambian French? They've written in French. Natuma map to Boza. They've put a map there. Kade Quebec. Shanoko. How come we have no documents of UK and America? I said, okay, let me give it another benefit of a doubt. Let me go to Xiaomi. Again, kangatini chitundu bwanjit. Chamene wafakait. Russian or what? There you go. It's just in Russian. You can go to their website, Kobolt Metals. Kobolt Metals. It's written in Russian. I have not seen Bill Gates anywhere on this website. If Bill Gates is an investor, his picture should be there to attract customers. And if they are saying Bill Gates is part of it, we should at least see on the global scale that this is their international person investor. He is not there. Mwaigwira. Let me tell you something, guys. This was what I received on WhatsApp group where they were sharing all these things. Okay? And I said, who is this lady? I Googled her. All right? I Googled her. The picture was even blurry. I said, who is this? They called them names. They are mafias. I said, I don't operate like that. We need to dig deep to find out who is this lady? What's the company she represents? Thank God for UK. Thank God for America, where company documents, unlike Zambia, they will lock websites. They've locked the mining license website so that you don't see what's a license. Why? There's fraud going on in Zambia under your very own nose. So, voting for UPN in 2026 means they are going to loot more minerals, give investors who don't exist to be investors. Because if Bill Gates exists, we should see his picture on the website. Check Kobolt Metals Limited. This is how it looks like. Search for it. Bill Gates is nowhere on the website. And when you search, you see what it shows? Zambia. Why isn't it showing America? Why isn't it showing UK? We click on it because they knew you will never discover that they have a company in the UK, Cayman Islands, and America. 3 places. This shit is crazy, honestly. Okay, so when you go on the company website, you click on global. There's only Quebec and Xiaomi. Now, the team. All right? This is under team. I don't even know who's running this website. This is fake. There's nothing there. Okay? What's going on here? What's this? Predicting the Earth with Josh Goldman, no podcast. Embassy of Finland visits Migoma. Mines and Livingstone. This is the stuff. I've clicked on stuff. The team. Okay? This is, hold on. These are the people behind the mines. Okay? Sorry, that was another part. These are the people behind the mines, and this is the lady who is a CEO, right? Now, this man is Kurt House, PhD, right? You've seen him? Why, if he's a CEO, why doesn't he have significant control in the company in UK if he's a CEO? Here, Josh Goldman, the president. Why isn't Josh Goldman a person of significant control in the UK? Ask. These are their pictures. Are they real people? Find out. This is a CEO. Huh? Then these are the director team leads. Alex, director of exploration. Audrey, director of engineering. Benjamin, director general. Charles, chief finance officer. This one, Sokota Chileshe, chief legal. This is a list of their company people. They are appearing on their website. We found them. But why haven't they been put on the UK website as the CEO, and they have no significant control in the businesses in UK and America? Are they just the faces? Honestly, Nanguta Pasoswa. Aba, baoneka monga ndewa chief executive officer of this company. Aba. Honestly. So, of all the people in the world, this woman had to be made the CEO of the company. My people, if Kurt House, PhD, that's if he has one, is a person who is a CEO, why in the UK he's not on the register as a person of significant control? There's something here. Bangankale na maini siwa zungu chabe wodoba chabe All right, so now that's a team. Careers I picked. News. I've gone on the website. The Economists. Want to explore good explorer study economics? Home economists at play. Why would this company be advertising that they want to engage you and me to study economics? Why? If the CEO is not active in UK, not active in America, in Zambia, he wants to sponsor you to do economics, that's for you to find out. Contacts, let's see. According to these people, jobs at koboltmetals.com, media inquiries, LinkedIn, and that's the Zambian suppliers. When you go on their website, I've not seen anything to do with the United Kingdom. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Apart from that woman that I recognize, the rest, I did not see them on LinkedIn. I didn't see them. But let's search for the man. Hold on. So we've gone to, you go to Kobolt Metals, okay? You go to the team. That time I clicked on Global Careers. This is a man, okay? We click on him, okay? This is the profile of this man. Let me read it. Kurt is co-founder and CEO of Kobolt Metals, an AI-driven mineral exploration and development firm that combines the expertise of renowned mineral explorers with data scientists and engineers from top silicon companies. All right? Kobolt is dedicated to discovering the critical materials needed for the energy transition. It's currently exploring 60 properties and on 4 continents for lithium, copper, cobalt, nickel, as we are developing its Migomba project into the large new mine. Kobolt has partnered with established firms BHP and Rio Tinto. Okay? Before Kobolt, Kurt founded Carbon, whatever it is, an enhanced oil recovery venture, blah, blah, blah. Previously, Kurt worked in a private equity, Ben, he has been adjunct professor at Stanford University and a research fellow. He received his BA in physics from Claremont Colleges. Now, we can read his profile on the Zambian website. He appears on the company's house. Why doesn't he have significant control of his company if he's the CEO? Sense. If you are the CEO, you've created this company in the UK. And now, according to the UK website, we have Kurt, we have Josh, these 2 names. Then the other company is the secretary company that helps them run their business. But you know, if you are of a company in the UK, I know a pastor who has a company in the UK who is in Zambia. His name appears there. He once sent me to say, can you check for me something? I checked. His name appears on that company. And he's got a person of, significant control. All right. So now, let's search for this man now on Google to search him well. If he has taken any picture with Bill Gates, I want to know. Hold on. Now, look at this. On the website, it's Kurt House Zenswaichosako. Okay? On the documents, it's Kurt Zen's house. Here it says Kurt House. Why? That's a question for you to answer. Hold on. Just 1 minute. Let me search for this person. Okay? Okay. I want to see him with, hold on. 1 minute. I've got a BBC interview of this person. Hold on. I want to. What is over there? I'm telling you. Wait. Just wait. Listen. Oh. We've spent over a decade. Wait, because I don't want the advert to give me copyright. Let me see. I should be summoned for what? You are mad. Why isn't this person of significant... Hold on.
For sure. It's a gigantic challenge. It's wonderful to be here again. And the world faces one of the greatest challenges in many decades to transition our...
He's a co-founder, right? But in UK, he doesn't have significant control.
A necessary component
he works from his house.
Is to basically electrify the entire economy. Potentially, most importantly, electrify the transportation system. Doing that requires a large amount of very specific metals, the exact ones that you mentioned: copper, lithium, cobalt, and nickel. And the reason is because a electric vehicle has more of those materials than your conventional gasoline or diesel car or van. And so if you say, well, today we have about 20 million electric vehicles on Earth, but by mid-century, if we're going to actually electrify the economy, we need to have about 2 billion. So we need to have 100 times as many electric vehicles as we currently have. So if you add up all of that metal, right, the metal that needs to go into those cars, it turns out to be more than $10 trillion worth of new materials, new metal, that needs to be found in new geologic deposits and then developed into new operating mines in a very short time. Much faster than the incumbent industry is delivering new projects at.
Yeah, so that's a lot of searching. I think our viewers will understand that. And traditionally, these are found in countries like Chile, Congo, China. Not necessarily the most stable or easy nations, perhaps, to negotiate mining processes, particularly given the amount that we need. So let's talk about how artificial intelligence and your technology is trying to make this process that much more efficient than mining traditionally is today.
Yeah, fantastic question. So fundamentally, exploration is an information problem. It's a search problem. You just said that yourself. You said that's a lot of searching. It is an information problem, right? If you knew the location and form of every atom in the Earth's crust, you would be a perfect explorer and a perfect miner. You'd know exactly where to go, where to dig, where to extract, right? But we don't have that information. We have sparse information from collected by people over many decades in various spots of the world. Some places relatively data rich, some places relatively data poor, but even the places that are relatively data rich have large gaps of no information. So this is fundamentally an information problem. In modern scientific computing, advanced artificial intelligence, etc., is perfectly tuned to figure out what are the best new pieces of information to collect, to fill in the gaps, so to speak, to find the most useful incremental information to collect. And that's a lot of what our technology does. It makes predictions about where we're likely to find these valuable materials, but it also tells us how confident we are in those predictions. And places where we're not confident tells us that our models are missing something. And our models actually will tell us what they're missing. So we can then go out and collect this small amount of incremental information that will improve the predictive power of our models the most.
Okay. So
we've seen the treatments also.
So that's the CEO. Why isn't he the person of significant control in the UK? Because an American is allowed to be an investor in the UK. Why don't they have an office? Why is he working from his house? Why? These are just companies that are decorations. And they are importing and exporting oil somewhere. Gold. Using jets. And you'll be looking at it to say, oh, they are working. It's a company. Why is he working from his bedroom here? Okay. Mining startup. It's actually a startup. A startup company. A new company. Startup. New. And yet they claim that this man, Bill Gates, has been part of this company. Now, according to the article, this lady speaks to the CEO, Kate House, okay? And how they find the materials. He has not even mentioned Zambia there. You heard his interview. Yes, his mining startup discovers large copper deposit in Zambia, okay? He says they go to the Congo, they go to different places. But in his statement, I didn't hear him say Zambia. All right? Now, this is a man who is running this company. In the UK, he has an office. There's no office. It's not physical. In America, it's not office. Clearly, we've seen he's doing it from his bedroom there. These are the people that will be in their bedroom, and the check will just be coming, wiring them to say, this is your share for being the face of this company. Because I doubt this man is doing anything. Let me check if he's been in Zambia. In Zambia. We are doing this together. Okay? So here he was in Zambia. On the 7th. Wait. It's on Facebook. I'll need to go and download this video. In State House. When the cameras are off. Look. Whatever happens there has happened. But let me see how I can download it actually. This is, it's becoming interesting. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Investor. That's for your face show. For you to see that they've come. Eh? Even on X he posted, congratulations for being the CEO. Now! Mutombo, look! Don't call me little Mutombo for nothing. CEO of a company. 300 followers on Twitter. Hey! We've been scammed! 300! CEO. Nakuza nat abantu bazungu banjala. 300 followers on Twitter. Was CEO. 300. CEO of a company. 300 followers. Me, who's not even a CEO? I have maybe more than 5,000 followers on Twitter. I've not even paid attention to it. Hey! This is his Twitter. 300 followers. I told you. Why is he having a Zoom meeting in his house? He has no office in America. He has no office in the UK. We're discovering together. As you discover, I discover. It was not planned. Now, according to Twitter, he is the one who, this is his on X, CEO of a company working with Bill Gates. 300 followers. Uyu muzungu wanamudoba chabe. Ha. Vanange, this is a lie. A CEO. 300 followers on Twitter. Let's be serious. Let's be serious. Look, even if it's you a normal, just general person, there's no way you can have 300 followers on Twitter. They are trying to hide some trails of this person. Ha. Nama paragraph wamulembera chabe uyu. Wamulembera chabe uyu. I doubt he knows anything. Ha. Anyway, he has 300 followers on Twitter. CEO. Let me see if I can log into Twitter and see. So, the CEO of this company, we've seen him in a video in his house. Dabs. We have seen him of a video of him in his house. That's his office, working from home. We have not seen him in UK, yet he has his company registered in UK, but he has no significant control of the company. Why? Let's ask ourselves this question. We are still going to be uncovering this upper. It's a teaser. It's a brainstorm. As you go back to your homes, you go back to, you check, you send me, Angelina, I think I've discovered this. I've discovered this. I've discovered this. We'll keep on unpacking this story. Apatayamba chabe to uncover. Okay? Hey! That's why this woman is the CEO. This is the original CEO, this black woman. That guy is just a face. He's not the CEO. Who founded it? Kate House and Jeff. According to their website, they founded it. You check on Companies House, it's there. So next month, September, we're waiting for this company to submit their files in UK. If they've not traded at all, they will put 0. We want to know if they've traded. Okay? So now, hold on. That's what we've discovered there and there. And now, when we check, guys, on... I don't know why it's asking me. I wanted to check for net worth. I don't need that. I just put Zambia, Zambia, Zambia. Okay? His Twitter, this is what I wanted, of 370 followers, congratulated this lady. And it's called a US-Zambia partnership to boost the economy. If he's a CEO, how does it become a partnership between US and Zambia? Hey! My people, we have been duped. Oh. We have been duped. And the post is even old. It's not even showing. Let me check images. This is Twitter profile. Aba. That's his ex profile. Aba. Ni maskama bantu aba maskama big time. Aba. He said, mining startup big discovery. That's him. That's the picture they've put on his website. But the question is, in the UK, why haven't they put anything? Why doesn't he have significant control in the UK? That question alone, no, there's something. Why isn't he having significant control in the UK? Okay? He's a co-founder, all right? He featured in San Francisco. All these things you can pay. These are not even magazines that you just pay to look good. Pay here to look. You can pay these newspapers to feature. Nah. Their company is bogus. I know when a company is genuine. Ni ma decoration chaba. Hey! Even Jito is there in the picture. Finish. Hey! But see you looking Mutati, I mentioned. Now you know. I said that's why we have a technology there. I didn't even know. Guys, we're discovering this together. Hey, what did I say? I said that's why there's a technology minister there. That's what I said. This is why Felix Mutati was appointed as Minister of Technology. Now you got it. There you go. Mutati, Jito, this lady, and CEO looking like a bova. That's a CEO. Hey. Somebody saying it's almost illegal to be ambitious in Africa unless the government is on it. Look at what is happening to Dangote's multi-billion-dollar refinery. Nothing. Something should have been carrying Africa. Yeah, your own people block you. Yes, Dangote has been blocked. He wanted to start his own oil refinery. They blocked him. Hey. Somebody saying is a student of communication. I'm teaching out tight spot research. Currently, what? I will appreciate if I can complete my project. Inbox me. So, guys, when we started, I said, that's why the Ministry of Technology started. Remember what I said? There's something there. Even if they collect the copper, the mines, whatever, they are sending it somewhere. The fact is, somehow, somewhere, the big guys are shareholders here. Apa. This means it's approved. Hey, you see the picture? So this is just Tuambo Sokolola and Kama. Hopefully, these things will start coming up. Somebody saying Ambassador Gonzalez is unaware of this U.S. investment. I'm telling you, we hope this can be uncovered more. Guys, that's just a kadionko to show you that there's a company which exists in the United Kingdom with the CEO not being anywhere near the UK, yet he has an American passport. He doesn't need a visa. He has no office in the UK, and he has no significant control of the company in the UK. Why? And in America, it looks like it's a startup company. So these are front companies they've been using to make it look like there's a company that exists. You know, remember, there's minerals there. They've discovered there's gold, there's copper. You, my guy, pretend you're this Muzungu that's going to be the front of the face. You will get yourself a check of at least $100,000 a month. You know, you just sit in your office in America and we'll do the rest in Zambia. I talk out. Now, the papers now I need is the Kobolt company in Zambia. We want to see from Pakra who has significant control of the company in Zambia. That's why that lady is a CEO. So that she can withdraw money and send it somewhere. By the way, she lives opposite the Minister of Lands. They are all in the same area in Ibex. Hey! If you think UPND came to solve your problems, they didn't. They actually came to make themselves richer and fatter. We have started the uncovery. More people will dig on this. More people will try to do a survey and will discover and realize who is the CEO of this company, the original. Not this one that is in his house doing video. That is looking like is posing in the picture, looking like is working for the CEO in Zambia. Me, I know white people with money. I know. I can tell. I can tell. What do you mean they have claimed my page? What does that mean? What's that? What does it mean? Only Chipua chair, we don't complain. I'm not talking about you. For me, these are checks and balances. I want to know what is happening. Who is this CEO? Why was this lady given? Oh, you meant maybe when some to we're asking questions. Who is the CEO of this company? My people, those of you who are engineers, who is the CEO of this company? We have discovered who he is. Why isn't he on the company register of UK as the significant control? Somebody said it's no longer Kobolt but Mingoma Mines. My dear, it is written Kobolt here. Even in UK, it's Kobolt. In America, it's Kobolt. Remember, they said it's a US-based company. The guy has done an interview on CNN to say he is discovering copper for what is needed for electric cars and things like that. I heard about it, but I didn't even know that Zambia was anywhere near close. So far, I have not seen anybody from Bill Gates. Oh, yeah. Oh, the viewership has reduced. Yeah, it's fine. I know. That's what they've done. But the good part is I'll download the video. So Chair is saying your viewership has been reduced and pressing us go to my 3-pin to insult our pages. So what I do is I download this video. I put it on my YouTube channel and it will be there to remind us in the future that there was a Cat Zen's house. But the good part is, Chair, when you see my post that I shared, that one, I've got over 200,000 views on that post. The post that I shared of this company. So Cat Zen's house, the CEO, that has no significant control. I beg, we need to know in Zambia, if Cat has significant control in Zambia. We are allowed to know. We need to know this information. If Kate, the way he has no significant control in America, in UK, because even in America, you can't even see anything that is existing there. Since 2022, the company is a startup. Yeah? Now, remember when there was a graduation somewhere in America? Put them together. That's when these things have been happening there. People are smart. I mean, at least next time, put the right people in leadership. Not people who are coming to make a business in Zambia. All right? Yeah, Chair, no wonder even the video looks blurred like that. So please, Chair, everybody, I've given you a task. Do a research. Who is Kate Zen's house? Why does he have a company in the UK and he has no significant control? Why is he operating from his bedroom, from his office in his house in the US? And why is he being found with the Minister of Technology, Felix Mutati, Jito, and the CEO, our woman here? What is his role? Is he a front face? Now, on the company, there's the other CEO. We have not seen him in pictures, but let me see. It's good to check. You never know. Maybe the other one will find him somewhere. All right? So they are an AI company, apparently. These people like AI. The team. Okay? So you can go to the company. So this is the guy that our CEO had. Look, me, I know it. Look, I take my children, my daughter to a very expensive school, private school in the UK. I know when a Mzungu has money. This man doesn't have money. I'm sorry. I've lived with Mazungus. I know when a Mzungu has money. This one has no money. Nah. This one has no money. So this one is Josh Goldman, PhD. Who is he? Let's just check because he's the second co-founder, okay? So Josh is a co-founder and president of Kobolt Metals since inception in 2018. My people, according to Josh's profile, this company has been in inception since 2018. But according to the records in America, the company was inception. Thank you. Okay, thank you. My husband brought me some pepper soup so that when I finish, I'm eating my hot pepper soup. I can't eat it now. Otherwise, guys, this is another discovery. Hey, listen. The company was formed, according to them, in 2018. According to the documents in America, the company was formed in 2022. Hey! We have been duped. We have been duped. 2018. Somebody say, Mama, our mouths have been closed with cyber law. You are the voice of the voiceless. You people, listen. Listen to this. We have discovered that in the UK, this company was formed in 2024. Okay? In America, it was formed in 2022. On their website, however, the company was formed in 2018. Now, when Josh appeared, Kate Hen's house appeared on CNN. According to that video, it says a startup, meaning a new company. A company that was formed in 2018. Can it be a startup? Hey! A company formed in 2018. Can it be a startup? No. It's definitely a company that has been in existence only recently. That's why even in America, they're calling themselves, we are a startup. And that's why he has to be in an office to say, we are discovering. He has to be in a place showing that, but the guy is just a face. I doubt he's a proper. I know Mazungus that have money. It doesn't look like he has money. I doubt. Okay, so the second founder, Josh Goldman. Okay? That's the second founder, Josh Goldman. Josh Goldman has been a founder since the inception 2018. Kobolt has grown under Josh's leadership to become one of the top 3 exploration groups worldwide, the largest investor in R&D for exploration. Today, Kobolt operates exploration programs guided by the proprietary technology on 4 continents, including the world-class Mingomba Copper project in Zambia. Now, I have a problem here. I have a very big problem. These guys are Americans. Why don't they have an American website? It's not their company. They are just faces of this company. Okay? Josh's expertise lies in the intersection of the technology and neutral resource businesses. Felix Motati, you come here. Come here. And that's why because I was suddenly at technology. Company technology. I say, Anyway, he was private equity investor upstream oil and gas. Okay, and wrote software to identify undervalued opportunities, the large data sets, and rigorously underwrite investment in subsurface resources. Previously, he was a consultant with McKinsey and Company, where he advised leading energy and materials companies and strategies, finance, He earned a PhD in physics at Harvard for experiments on quantum. All right. He also received a master's degree. So he has a PhD. And that's what that says about him. Now, I need to find out who Josh Goldman is, like anywhere else. Like, who is he? We need to know. Yes. Yes. Can you imagine somebody of such a significant company? 300 followers. And who are the 300 followers? Are they Zambian followers? Paid for followers? Yeah, more or less. And who does he follow? Because I've seen he's following 17 people. Check for me, guys. I don't have X. Okay? So now, Dr. Josh is appearing on the Indaba website. They've decorated him. He's there on the Indaba website. And then he's also on LinkedIn. Okay? He's on LinkedIn, Alabama, United States, which is where even the company says they have a registration in Alabama. But the 2022 one is a partnership, obviously, with a top person in Zambia. Because they might have started and it wasn't going anywhere. They had no materials. And then somebody says, look, I'll introduce you to these big guys. You can be a partner. And they opened the one in Delaware. Okay? So the Alabama one is what he's saying he has here. Birmingham, Alabama. But there's a new one that was registered in Delaware, United States. Okay? So what is on Goodman's page? Nothing sinister. He doesn't even look like somebody who's doing anything serious, to be honest. These are just, it looks fake. It doesn't look real. It just looks like one of those pages that exist there. And I'm not really moved, particularly he's got 4,000 followers. He can have them. He can buy followers. These things happen. This is the same with this scenery group where Nick, Vosha, Agni, Valentine, Chitalu are directors. It's the same thing. So who is Josh Goldman? You see, like, okay, he's a co-founder of Kobolt. He's on Aspen Ideas. He was being interviewed 3 months ago, again, in his bedroom. He's never even been to Zambia. Okay.
Hi, listeners, and welcome back to No Priors. Today we're speaking with Josh Goldman, co-founder of Kobolt Metals. Kobolt is building the world's largest collection of geoscience data and using their AI tools to better identify mineral deposits like lithium and copper.
I have not seen any Bill Gates anywhere.
Kobolt invests over $100 million annually across 70 projects on 4 continents today. Josh, welcome to No Priors.
It's a pleasure. Thanks so much for having me.
This is a super interesting real-world business. You run a intelligent mining company. What does that mean? What does Kobolt do?
We explore for minerals. We're looking for lithium and copper and the other metals that we need to build other businesses
Vaona
that are
kachana
powered by
njala.
batteries and AI. And we develop AI technologies and we combine AI with human intelligence to be better explorers, more successful at finding the sources of minerals that we need for these businesses.
Are you both finding them as well as actually going to do the mining, or is it only a tool to find these sorts of assets or resources?
That's a central question. So our business is focused on exploration, and it's focused on exploration for a couple of reasons. One is because there's way more value to be created there, and the second is that's where technology can be really differentiating. The economics of exploration are really quite extraordinary. With a few $1 million of capital, you can create 100 to 1,000 times return. Exploration is a very old business. Think about gold miners back in the middle of the 19th century. If you can get the right claims, you can strike it rich if you can dig in the right places. It's about where you look and how effectively you can look. And so the unit economics of discovery are really extraordinary. The problem with exploration as a business is that the success rate's really low. You have to try many, many different
Wait,
before you...
have you heard? The success rates of exploration are really low. In a country like Zambia, with gold, copper, you are telling me that the success rate will be low. Hey! Chinaka, this one is not CEO. CEO, are you sure? CEO telling us that the success rate, mwebantu wa mulungu. Mwebantu wa mulungu. Somebody saying, HH announced the company was going to explore minerals months ago. This is why the Ukwipa, Zambia and Z, in those places, the survey. This person is saying the success is really low. Imwe. Bani CEO. Hey! Let's listen a bit more.
Find something and the problem keeps getting harder. But that's also the reason why technology is so differentiating. We're looking for things that are harder and harder to find. It used to be that you could find minerals literally with your eyeballs by walking across the ground and prospecting. And a lot of the copper ore minerals that form at the surface are modified by the air and the water and the surface environment turn blue and green like the patina on the Statue of Liberty. Anything you can find by traipsing across the ground with your eyes has been found by now, and we need more intelligent ways of looking for minerals in places that are concealed. They're literally underground.
Hey, Josh, stop there. We are in a country where copper, gold is at the surface. You are telling me you are looking... I never see you, Hey.
By the rocks. And so technology is a way to create differentiation to be a much better explorer. And once we find things, that there's a continuum from you had a good idea and you collected some rock samples, you found something underground, you have many different holes, and you've established that you've got something continuous, to, it's going to be economic to mine this, to we're designing the mine, to we're building the mine. There's a whole spectrum, and the technology that we use to find resources and define those resources helps set a project up to be a more economical mine as well. So we continue to contribute technology and stay involved in projects as they evolve.
What sort of data are you using in order to actually identify a mine site or a potential site?
Okay, so there's a huge amount of data. Humans have been collecting data about the Earth for as long as humans have been looking at rocks, right? And there's an enormous amount of data, a great deal of which is actually in the public domain. And the length scales are very different. Start with the global length scale.
Did you hear the CEO? Our mine, the data is in the public domain. The CEO doesn't even sound like, honestly, this guy is not a CEO at all. If you really know the mines in Zambia, Josh, you will not talk like this. These are the CEOs of this mine. That this woman is the chief executive officer. They have no clue. The guy is telling me they're going to experiment, they're unpredictable, this business. You see why the president of Botswana gave that speech. You see why the president of Botswana is making sure that all the minerals, they are processed in Zambia. You are bringing these guys to be investors of AI to discover minerals. We have been discovering minerals since we have first quantum. They've been using just normal machine detector You are now telling me you need to use AI to discover minerals. Ah! Masiyo baboza. Hey, let's go.
What can you know about the Earth, the entire Earth? Well, you can look at satellite imagery, and you can look at satellite imagery in different colors, and so you can get a sense of the rocks that are exposed at the surface. And there are data sets that tell you about the structure of the continents and the ancient continents that collided, and where the sort of ancient continental proto-continents were, and where those crashed into each other a long time ago and formed mountain ranges. You zoom in and you go to another length scale, and you can fly airborne surveys with sensors on them that can detect the magnetic properties and the density and the electrical conductivity of the rocks. Go out and collect rock samples and measure what they're made out of, all the concentrations of different chemical elements, and likewise for soil samples. And these are standard types of data that are used in the industry. And there's a huge number of these old data sets that are in the public domain.
Did you hear that? The data is in the public domain. Hey!
They are most
Even the people interviewing, they look doubting.
Any place you look.
Look at the man, the other man is looking like he's
A number of other
doubting.
companies have looked there before and haven't yet found anything. But this data is, even when it's in structured form, it is spread out over tens of thousands of different repositories. There's nowhere you can go where this is all aggregated in one place. You both have to do a lot of really hard technical work to get it together, and you have to do a lot of scientific work to use judgment about what this data actually means and whether or not it's fit for purpose. There's all kinds of messy problems with the data. But a lot of this data is unstructured as well. And geologists use a lot of words. There's a very rich lexicon of geological vocabulary for rocks and time periods. There's a lot of text data and reports that are
With like
questions of the
I come
data.
back the channel.
Zambia, so far.
Okay, let's hear
Questions
about
of the
Zambia.
data. You can make questions of the data. You can make questions of the grade deposit. A 5% and a 0.5% deposit will be consistent over that period of time.
Yeah.
Development is challenging because you don't just have regulators, you have lots of different community interests, and these things are extremely local. The U.S. is not monolithic. You have state regulators, and within a state, you have many different communities, many different indigenous groups, and this is true the world over. It's true in Zambia. There are 50 different chiefdoms, and so you have traditional leaders everywhere that you work. Technical success is not very helpful. Success is you find something that is really economic to develop, that either we can develop or we can sell to somebody who can develop it. And so if we don't actually have the so-called social license to operate, if we haven't invested in the relationships with the community to be able to build, and we haven't started in a place where that's possible, then we're not going to be successful. But these are hyper-local problems.
Nibozai. In fact, I am even angry to watch this interview. He's now telling us that in Zambia, you have to work with chiefs, and then those Iwe Joshua Ulekebozai. Which chief have you worked with? The things that are happening in Mufumbo, you've worked with a chief. Ha! Why is he interviewing his bedroom?
Josh, can you give us a sense of just like the scale of the operation for Kobolt today, and like, where you are looking, where you own land, where you're drilling, what you've discovered?
Absolutely. So we operate exploration projects. So we have basically the company does two things. We find places that are prospective for
no eye
making
contact,
discoveries,
liar.
and then we go test our hypotheses by going and collecting data, collecting rock samples, flying airborne surveys, drilling holes to get samples of rock from below the ground.
You've heard this lie. You can see for yourself. This is the second. Now, Josh Goodman, why aren't you the person of significant signature in UK and connection or contact? He doesn't even appear on the American website. But the other one appear. I think, let me check the documents again. I'm even angry. I've wasted my time. Look, does that sound like a CEO who knows what they're talking about? Does he sound like somebody who can invest millions of dollars? These are faces that they've just put there. Hey, yeah, hold on. because I sent to my other phone from Facebook and then no. Let's check if Josh appears. Papa ina Kakoni. J. Josh is there as well. Director. John, in America, on their company website, they have Thomas John, Director, California. Josh Godman, Director, California. Carl Whiteman, Director, California. Simmons J, Director, California. Connie Chan, Director, California. Or is it Executive Officer? Executive Officer, Executive Officer. Let me see Josh. Josh is a Relationship and Executive Officer. I don't know how they do their boxes in America, but it looks like Director or Executive Officer. I don't know. But I've given you guys the website. Go and check. Let's look into this company together. Somebody saying Kobolt is a marginalization. It's a smoke screen thing to cover our eyes looking at the data available. But now, who can realize that the matter is in courts and now credibility? No. Somebody says, Leland, the U.S. Embassy said that the Americans are failing to invest in Zambia. So who are these investors, HHCs? These are not investors. These are not investors. Please, we have to send this to Michael Gonzalez to do a company search on this company. They need to tell us how much they've made in Zambia, and we need to do a search in America. According to them here, estimated $0. And you see the chief executive officer is Kurt Zenz, is a chief executive officer. And the date of this was 4/10/2024. American calendar is different from Zambia. Bantu aba even vaboza if you can see date of notice was in 2024, 2023, 2022. That's the company you can see. But on the Zambian website, it's saying that the company started in 2018. But this is the American website. Okay, so let me check on located. Located Birmingham, Alabama. It shows there, but still when you open the documents, what does it tell us? It's still telling us the old years. Guys, this is a big scandal going on with the gold and our minerals, our copper. These guys don't even look like they know what they're saying. I'm just listening to that guy. He has no idea. You know, investor, you don't even know. You're saying it's really difficult. Anyway, if you know, you have to work with the chiefs. How come we've not seen you in Zambia? And there are 5 chief executive officers on their website in America. This is on the American government website. Josh Goldman. Anything else about him? Let's see. Because he's a CEO. Then Matthews is the Alex Matthews, was director explorer. I don't even know who they are, but that's it, guys. Let's stop for a bit. Let's go back, ponder more, discover more. Immediately I posted, somebody called me to say, our lady here was asking some people, say, let's meet. A company is starting. You know, I don't think this company is real. There's too many wishy-washy. It's just there. Okay, so we will uncover more truth on this. This is like a jonko. From what you can see, my people, what I can see, these are not real. These are not genuine investors. That Muzungu guy came, he's standing behind this lady. It just looks like it's a picture. You know, when you take a picture with a Muzungu, it looks good. Yeah, people believe that this Muzungu is doing good work. This is a mafia clan. This one is a mafia clan. Ha! Yeah. But CEO wana kamonga, nah. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I'm going to buy that. I'm not going to buy that. CEO, where's the other guy? This is, where's Josh? Why didn't Josh come to Zambia? Nah. I refuse to buy this. Guys, tell me what you think in the comment section. Let me read some few comments before I go. 2026, we shall vote. Honestly, vote wisely. People are stealing your minerals. Mama, thank you for the information. 2026. Tabakaitambe. Tabakaitambe. I'm coming, honey. Whatever truth needs to be known, nothing is hidden. Imama bantu. On this company, I'll come back with a second video, part 2, when I get more data. For now, this was just the discovery together. We have checked the company. We checked together. As you were checking, I was checking. Okay? Now we have discovered who the second CEO is. I've seen their images. And looking at them, they don't look like they have money. I'm sorry. They don't even look like people can even invest $1 million. I'm sorry. They don't look it. Honestly, they don't. Honestly. Take care, guys. Thank you. See you on the next video. And to my YouTube followers, we're going to uncover the truth about this mine. Who runs Kobolt? Okay. Are these people just a face of Kobolt? And why does the CEO have only 300 followers on Twitter? And why does their page only have 1,000 followers and only Zambian? There was a plan which started a long time ago. Guys, thank you so much. See you on my next video as we come back with more truths on this. Remember, tomorrow we will be live talking about Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, the final court hearing in South Africa. Komankanizi. Yeah. You are just kwenyu. Wanzanu wakudia kwa lenyo pola uku. Wale pangendala mama minds you ati kwenyu. Continue kwenyu. Take care, guys. It's a girl, Lele Muta.